Jimin's dinner at a Paris restaurant becomes a highlight. Jungkook makes a surprising comment. Paris once again became a witness of BTS's Park Jimin charm-filled moment. After a successful appearance at Paris Fashion Week as a Dior icon, Jimin was spotted attending a luxurious dinner at one of the prestigious restaurants located not far from the Champs-Élysées on the evening of October 2, 2025. His presence immediately stole the show, not only because of his status as a world star, but also because of the elegant aura that he never failed to radiate at every step. The restaurant filled with designers, celebrities, and international fashion figures seemed to change the atmosphere when Jimin entered in a classic black suit combined with simple but classy accessories. The eyes of the guests were immediately fixed on him. The cameras of the media crew and the invitees were incessantly capturing his every move. Jimin looked calm, occasionally smiling kindly while greeting colleagues from the fashion industry. However, what made the atmosphere even warmer was when a surprising comment came from Jungkook. Through his personal platform, Jungkook wrote a short sentence after Jimin's dinner post began to circulate widely on social media. "Dinner looks more beautiful when someone makes it glow." The short sentence immediately made the army hysterical because many believed that the words were intended directly for Jimin. Fans immediately linked Jungkook's comments to photos of Jimin at the restaurant. They highlighted how Jimin's gaze was so radiant while sitting at the round table with some important guests. Not a few assume that Jungkook secretly monitors Jimin's activities in Paris and is unable to hide his pride. One of the most talked about moments was when Jimin smiled and raised his glass during a toast session with a famous designer. The smile was considered an indirect answer to Jungkook's comments, as if the two had a secret way of communicating that only they and their loyal fans could understand. International media also highlighted this sweet interaction. Several fashion outlets wrote that it was not only Jimin's appearance that was in the spotlight, but also how Jungkook's support appeared at a very opportune time. The reaction added new color to Jimin's Paris trip, which was already filled with praise. Camera attention and attention from the fashion world. Army on social media immediately made trending tags themed #JiminParisDinner and #JungkookComment, which immediately occupied the top position on Twitter, X, Global. Many wrote how the relationship between the two always felt sincere and warm, even in formal situations full of international spotlight. Not only did the elegant dinner end up on the official agenda after Paris Fashion Week, but it was also an emotional moment for fans who saw the other side of Jimin, the soft, charming side that secretly had Jungkook's sweet support. After a sumptuous dinner session at the Paris restaurant was finished, Jimin looked back to the hotel where he was staying. The night in Paris is so calm, with the light of the city lights bouncing beautifully on the wet streets of the former light rain. Army who waited outside the hotel had waved when Jimin arrived. With a warm smile, he greeted some fans, then stepped into the hotel lobby calmly. However, what made this moment special was when Jimin arrived in his room and found something he had never imagined before. On the small table near the hotel window, there is a small elegant black box that has been neatly arranged. On it is a piece of card with a short handwriting. "You did well today. I'm proud of you." There was no signature, no name, but Jimin smiled instantly after reading it. Army who had been following their interactions for a long time could immediately guess. There was only one person who might write such simple but meaningful words. Jungkook. A small smile appeared on Jimin's face. Then he opened the box. Inside, there is a simple black leather bracelet with thin carvings in the form of the letters P and J. Army who knew this detail immediately associated it with Park Jimin, but many also believe that the symbol may have a double meaning. It could also be pride and joy. Something emotionally close to Jimin's journey in the fashion world this time. In a short recording circulating on social media, Jimin can be seen sitting on his bedroom sofa while playing the bracelet in his hand. He seemed to ponder for a moment, then smiled as if feeling an invisible warmth. Fans suspect that even though Jungkook is not physically present in Paris, he is still trying to be present in his own way. What made this moment even more touching was when Jimin uploaded a short story on his personal account. Just a photo of Paris lights from a hotel window, but with the caption, "Some things are felt, not seen." The upload immediately made the army nervous. Many believe it was Jimin's secret reply to Jungkook's sweet surprise. Korean media were quick to highlight the full interaction of this code. Several articles wrote how the closeness between Jimin and Jungkook often appeared in small but meaningful forms, ranging from brief comments, unexpected support, to simple gifts that had great emotional significance. Meanwhile, the army created new hashtags #ParisGift and #Jungkook in Paris that immediately trended. Fans wrote how romantic the moment was. Some even called it like a scene from a romantic movie where the main character gets a surprise from someone he cares about after going through a big day in his life. In the morning in Paris, October 2nd, 2025, the air was cool with a slightly cloudy sky. Jimin was scheduled to attend a closed-door meeting with the Dior team before returning to continue another short agenda. As usual, photographers and loyal soldiers have gathered in front of the hotel since dawn, waiting for the presence of the star. As soon as the hotel door opened, Jimin came out with a simple but still elegant appearance. He wore a loose white shirt, black pants, and a beige trench coat that made his aura shine even more. But there is one thing that immediately becomes a highlight: a black leather bracelet that loops sweetly on her wrist. Fans who had time to pay attention to the small details immediately remembered the mysterious box that Jimin allegedly found in his room last night. It didn't take long for Twitter, X, and Instagram to fill up with snippets of zoom-in images on the bracelet. The hashtags #Jimin bracelet and #ParisMorningJimin immediately dominated the global trend. What made it all the more exciting was when a fan site uploaded a short video showing Jimin looking down briefly, as if smoothing his bracelet, then smiling a little before walking to the car. That smile is considered different, not just a smile that greets fans, but a smile that holds something more personal. "She looks so happy. Is this about someone?" An army officer wrote on Twitter, comparing the bracelet to accessories Jungkook often wore in the past. Many fans are even convinced that the design of the bracelet is similar to Jungkook's simple but meaningful style. Korean media began to write speculation. One of the writing outlets, Jimin was seen wearing a new bracelet in Paris, the day after the news circulated that he had received a mysterious gift. Fans suspect that the gift came from fellow BTS member Jungkook, who is known to always pay special attention in important moments. The most surprising thing was when Jungkook, on the same day, suddenly uploaded a short post on the Weverse platform. Without naming anyone, he simply wrote, "I am happy to see people who are important to me happy." That's enough. ARMY directly connects these two things. The time of Jungkook's upload coincided with the moment Jimin appeared in front of the hotel with the bracelet. Speculation has gone wild. It is as if the two are secretly communicating through small symbols that only the two of them and the meticulous fans can understand. Before long, the ARMY community around the world flooded the timeline with comments full of emotion. Jimin put on the bracelet. Jungkook must be the one. Their relationship is not a game. There are always sweet little details. Paris feels warmer with the little bracelet on Jimin's hand. Meanwhile, Jimin continued his activities professionally. She attended a meeting with the Dior team, then had a light lunch with some fashion colleagues in an elegant cafe near Avenue Montaigne. But the fans' cameras caught her again. The bracelet was still on her wrist, as if it had been part of her all day. Many soldiers argued that the bracelet was not just an accessory, but a symbol of Jungkook's support that accompanied Jimin even from a distance.